Adobe announced on Monday they are killing Adobe Animate,
the software people use to make Star Trek Lower Decks, My Little Pony, and Haunted Hotel.
By Wednesday, they completely reversed their decision because animators online went crazy. This is Ari with The Pulse.
So here's what happened. Monday, February the 2nd, Adobe sent emails to customers saying Adobe Animate would be discontinued March 1st, 2026. Their reasoning? Technology has moved on. They said the software has existed for over 25 years and served its purpose, and newer platforms better serve users now. So, reading between the lines, this is about AI. Adobe's going all in on AI tools, and Animate doesn't fit that vision. They didn't even mention Animate at their annual Max conference. No 2025 version was released either, so the writing was on the wall. But here's the kicker. Adobe couldn't even recommend software that would fully replace what customers were losing. They just said other Creative Cloud apps could replace portions of Animate functionally, specifically After Effects for keyframe animation and Adobe Express for basic effects.
This is like your car getting recalled and Adobe's like, here's a skateboard and a scooter, make it work. Here's why animators are panicking. Adobe Animate was the standard for animation. Star Trek Lower Decks was made in Animate. My Little Pony was made in Animate. Even Haunted Hotel was made in Animate. Because you can't buy a permanent license anymore, it's just gonna be gone.
Social media exploded. People were saying things like, this is going to legit ruin my life, and Animate is the reason most people even subscribe to Adobe in the first place. Students were posting about how they just spent an entire semester learning the software and now it was getting discontinued. One user asked Adobe to open source the software instead of abandoning it, but Adobe didn't respond to that at all. By Wednesday, after massive backlash, Adobe reversed course. They said, we are not discontinuing or removing access to Adobe Animate, and it will continue to be available for both current and new customers.
But here's the kicker. They put it in maintenance mode. So like they're gonna get security updates and bug fixes, but other than that, nothing. No new features ever. And there's no deadline for when it's gonna go off. So it's just gonna like keep getting outdated and outdated and outdated until it doesn't work anymore. But this isn't just about a piece of software. It's definitely talking about an overall pattern.
Adobe is reshaping its entire product lineup around AI. Tools that don't fit the narrative get cut, no matter how established or beloved they are. And Animate was originally Macromedia Flash. It was the software that pretty much built internet animation culture.
Web developers moved on from Flash. Adobe was like, here, and they made that into Animate. So honestly, cutting it off is like cutting off a piece of animation history.
It's the same energy as studios shelving finished animation projects just for tax write-offs. The industry pretty much keeps proving it doesn't value animators, and Adobe tried to do just that quietly.
If you want updates like this, definitely check out my newsletter. Me and my best friend are actually writing a book. It's about like a solar punk world where two best friends have to die in order to save it. So it's coming out later, and we are super excited for it. Ari out.